In this video, you will learn exactly what an EIN is, who needs one, how to apply, and why it's one of the first steps to making your business official. If you're opening a bank account, hiring employees, or filing taxes, this number matters. I'll also show you how ZenBusiness can help you get your EIN quickly without the hassle or guesswork. Let's get into it. So, what is an EIN? EIN stands for Employer Identification Number. It's a unique 9-digit number issued by the IRS to identify your business for tax and legal purposes. Think of it like a social security number, but for your company. Where individuals use an SSN, businesses use an EIN when they file taxes, open a business bank account, apply for licenses, or hire employees. If you plan to treat your business like a real business, this number becomes essential. Now, why does an EIN matter? An EIN does a few very important things. First, it helps you separate your personal and business finances. That means the IRS, your bank, and your credit card companies can treat your business as its own entity, something that's critical if you want to protect yourself legally and financially. Second, most banks won't even let you open a business bank account without one. So if you want to start collecting payments, paying vendors, or using a business credit card, you are going to need that number. Third, it's required if you ever want to hire employees, offer benefits, or withhold taxes on behalf of your team. Bottom line, an EIN gives your business structure, separation, and legitimacy, and opens the door to the next phase of growth. Do you actually need an EIN? Let's break it down. Some businesses are required to have an EIN no matter what. That includes corporations of any kind, partnerships, multi-member LLCs, and any business that plans to hire employees. You'll also need one if you're running a nonprofit, managing an estate of trusts, forming a cooperative, or operating a foreign business inside the US. In all these cases, the IRS mandates an EIN to properly track taxes, reporting, and legal compliance. But even if you're a solo proprietor or a single member LLC, you might still need an EIN depending on your situation. For example, if you're hiring your first employee, opening a business bank account, filing excise taxes, or setting up a retirement plan like a solo 401k, you will need to get one. The IRS has a full list of qualifying scenarios, but those are the most common. If any of those apply to you, it's time to apply for your EIN. Okay, but what if you don't technically need an EIN? Great question. And here's where it gets interesting. Even if your business isn't legally required to have one, there are still plenty of good reasons to get an EIN anyway. First, it helps create a clear separation between your business and personal finances, which is essential for protecting your personal assets and staying organized. It also makes it much easier to open a business bank account. Most banks require an EIN, even if you're a solo proprietor or a single member LLC. Plus, using an EIN instead of your personal social security number adds an extra layer of privacy when filing out business forms or working with vendors and lenders. It also helps with applying for business credit, setting up payroll, or even just showing the IRS that you're running a legitimate business, not a hobby. So if you're a freelancer, consultant, or solo founder, getting an EIN is a simple step that adds long-term benefits. Now, how do you get an EIN? Well, the good news is it's not that complicated, but there are a few steps to follow, and you want to make sure everything lines up with your business structure. Here's how it works. Step number 1 is choosing your structure. Are you forming an LLC, a corporation, a sole proprietorship, or a nonprofit? Your legal structure determines how your business will be taxed, and the IRS needs this information upfront as part of the EIN application. Step 2 is providing your business details. This includes your official business name, physical address, the date your business was formed, and who the responsible party is, usually the owner. That person must have a valid social security number or taxpayer identification number. Step 3 is selecting your reason for applying. Are you launching a new business, hiring employees, opening a bank account, changing your business structure, or purchasing an existing company? The IRS gives you a list of options. Just pick one that best fits your situation. Step 4 is submitting the application. You can file online directly with the IRS, or you can have ZenBusiness handle it for you. If you're forming your LLC through ZenBusiness, EIN filing is included with their Pro and Premium plans. And once it's processed, your EIN will be stored in your dashboard for easy access. Step 5 is getting your confirmation. If you file online, your EIN usually arrives instantly. Filing by mail or fax can take several business days, or even weeks. ZenBusiness keeps you in the loop the entire time, so you're never left wondering what's going on. What does an EIN cost? Filing directly with the IRS is free, but you're on your own. That means managing the process, fixing any mistakes, and hoping it all goes through correctly. ZenBusiness has helped many small business owners get their EINs and has a reliable, streamlined process in place. They can handle it all for just $99 or included in their Pro or Premium LLC formation packages. You get full support and a 100% accuracy guarantee. So everything's filed correctly with zero confusion. Next, let's talk about some common EIN mistakes and how to avoid them. While getting an EIN is a fairly simple process, there are a few easy to miss errors that can trip people up. Knowing what to look out for can save you time, frustration, and unnecessary delays with the IRS. First, keep in mind that the IRS only issues one EIN per person per day. That means if you're planning to start multiple businesses, you'll need to space out your applications. Trying to apply for more than one EIN in a single day can lead to rejection or delays, so plan accordingly. Another mistake is choosing the wrong entity type during the application process. If you're forming an LLC but accidentally select sole proprietorship or corporation, your EIN could be tied to the wrong classification. This can cause issues down the line when filing taxes or opening accounts, and may even require you to reapply. Some entrepreneurs also make the mistake of skipping the EIN entirely, especially if they're not legally required to have one. But remember, even if it's optional, many banks and service providers still require an EIN to work with your business. Without one, you could run into roadblocks when opening a bank account, setting up payroll, or applying for a business loan. Lastly, avoid applying too early. You should always form your business first, then apply for your EIN. The IRN asks for your official formation date during the application, and your EIN needs to align exactly with your registered business name. Applying too soon can create mismatches or delays. By getting your timeline right, you'll ensure everything aligns properly from day one. Will you ever need a new EIN? Usually, your EIN lasts for life of your business, but there are exceptions. If you change your business structure, like going from sole proprietorship to LLC, or add remove partners, go through a merger or inherit by a business, the IRS may require a new EIN. That said, if you're just changing your business name, address, or industry, your current EIN will still apply. When in doubt, check the IRS guidelines or reach out to ZenBusiness for help. What about state tax IDs? Do you need those too? Here's a quick but important distinction. Your EIN is a federal tax ID issued by the IRS. It identifies your business on a national level and is used for things like federal tax filings, opening a business bank account, and hiring employees. But depending on where your business operates, you might also need a state tax ID, especially if you're planning to hire employees or collect sales tax. Each state has its own rules about what kind of tax ID is required and when. In many cases, you'll need a separate state ID number for things like income tax withholding, unemployment insurance, or sales and use tax. It's one of those things that can sneak up on new business owners if you're not prepared. The good news? ZenBusiness handles both federal and state registration, keeping your business compliant from day one. So, as a recap, do you need an EIN? If you're just casually selling online with no plans to grow, maybe not. But if you're hiring help, opening a bank account, or treating your business seriously, then yes, this is one of the first steps you should take. Your EIN is what makes everything else work behind the scenes. is how you get paid. Stay compliant, file taxes, and show the world you're running a real business, not just a side hustle. ZenBusiness makes the process fast, accurate, and stress-free. They've helped over 800,000 entrepreneurs. So if you're ready to make it official, use the link below to file your EIN for just $99 or get it included with a Pro or Premium LLC package that also covers rush filing, an operating agreement, and compliance support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.